There is nothing wrong with your set. For the next hour, we will control all that you see and hear. We are the Miners Depot Network. Oh, well, all right. Miners Depot Network. Back on the air again. And this time, it's for the finale of the $250 bag Miners Depot Pay Dirt with the half-gram bag giveaway for guessing the weight of the pay dirt. And you're going to get another clue in this one. We're going to make this isn't made for people to be hard to win. It's just to make it challenging so someone can win it too easy. But we want somebody to win, so we're not going to make it where it's impossible. So, with that being said, let's get started on this last big bag, $250 bag. I've never seen one done on YouTube anywhere, so this will be a Miners Depot extravaganza network premiere of their $250 fabulous famous diggers pay dirt out of Alaska. So let us turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana. This table get set up here for what should be a pretty good time. Let's go ahead and get our material on X marks the spot. If you should have seen the other two videos by now. If you have not, this came in 3 bags and damaged. You can see it was basically falling apart. It came in with barely that much on. All I had to do was give it that and it busted open. So the pay dirt that was wrapped in a second bag was actually hanging out of the corner of the bag when it came in. So there we have it, my friends. This is a 9.5 pound bag. And let's just see here. We'll go ahead and get it out of it comes double bagged. This was $16 shipping on this bag. $8 and I think it's $8.05 or $8.10 on the small bag. So it was basically $32 for this order, because they charge whether you order multiple bags or not. They charge you for each bag separate shipping, and then so they're supposed to make up for overpriced shipping for multi-bag orders by adding more gold. So we're gonna be interested. It peeled off the tape, took off the price with it. That's kind of weird. Again, like I said, this is the first bag of Miners Depot that I've ever gotten in. All 3 bags where you did not see some gold peeking through on the outside of the bag. Even from the first $20 bag I had, the $50 bags, $100 bags, all of them always had a little bit of gold showing through. So like I said, it just seemed kind of strange that this order had none. And it wasn't flour gold. It was always little nice little flakes that you could see. Damn, I'm kind of dragging this out, just getting this thing open. They got it seriously taped here. So let me get this situated. Bring over the big Garrett here. Get it in the pan. That's it right there. You don't want to have that extra tape sticking up the top, because it will catch material and you might end up with some, especially when they have that flour gold bags, you end up with a little bit of flour gold stuck in there as well. So there we go. And it's actually a little bit drier than normal. It's not dusty or you can see overly dry, but it might be because it was sitting so long in the house without air conditioning during the hurricane, and the heat of the house didn't allow it, because usually the bags have condensated, had condensation in them, when I would be keeping them in the house before I ever opened them for panning them. So I don't know if that made a difference. It gave them a chance with the heat and that without the AC running. Although it was humid as hell, so I just don't, I'm not sure why. That's what we're getting down to on our classifications. It's all pretty small stuff, nothing big. So, but there's going to be quite a bit of it. That's the plus kitchen strainer, and that's the minus kitchen strainer filling up the pan already. So I'm going to get the rest of this classified out, and then we'll take off from there. Okay, well that's this. There was a cause for stopping here. It just passed through the plus kitchen strainer size, kitchen steamer size. But if you can see right there, that is a nice, the largest Miners Depot nugget that I have found from any of the pay dirts I've done. So that's it's a pretty little nugget there. I'd say that's at least 3/10. Maybe 3.5, but we'll get a good look at it inside. But you can see it's got some nice character to it. So we'll throw it back in the mix and continue on. Thought that was worth showing though. Well, all right, we've got our classifications in. Here is our pan full of less than kitchen strainer. Here's our pretty good size pan of plus kitchen strainer, and then a small amount of plus kitchen steamer size. So we'll start out going through that one and work our way from the stuff. That big nugget's in here somewhere. Never saw another one. Never saw another flake of gold. I mean, that's just maybe just because there's so much dirt, but that's just bizarre to me. Because you always see flakes of gold when you're doing your classifications or Miners Depot stuff. I mean, unless it's just tons of super fine gold, which it wasn't in the other pan, bag. So I don't know. I just don't know what to think of all this. So best way to deal with it is to get that gold out and see what it is. So let's do a quick surge. They are not known for having, I haven't done any magnet tests on this since we started. I did get my magnet back, but I was using it on a job when I was doing a teardown, and I left it there stuck on a pole, and it got broken and destroyed and stuck in a, I don't know how they fucked up my damn magnet. I'm the only one that's there, so they should have known it was mine. But so yeah, I mean, I need to get some epoxy and see if I can get it to hold back together. It was working well. But you get that neodyne magnet with the sleeve for I mean that's like $30 or $40 to get that set up. I'll use this, but see, there's literally nothing in there as far as magnetite goes. So it see, my thing, it falls apart. It came all unglued, and I'm really sad. I really liked that magnet. It was working good, but oh well. So there we have it. Let's get. We got Dingy Doris here, old Crusty Rusty's poor southern relation. She held up the storm pretty good. Her last coat of paint worked. Unlike the Gold Station here, which is showing some serious signs of wear. It's leaving flakes of blue paint on the bottom of my pans and transferring to the dirt. So you might end up with a few flakes from the old Gold Station here in your bag if you win. So all right, well, let's just kick this off with, like I said, our plus kitchen strainer size here. Get positioned. I'm still working out my positioning on my new tripod. I think I'm going to cut a notch in my Gold Station here and let it slide in a little bit so it'll move in a little bit closer, because like I say, I'm standing behind it and I can't keep it in my field of view very well as I'm panning and discussing. So, but like I said, there's that one big chunk passed through the strainer, but we have nothing in the plus kitchen strainer size. You can see it's a lot of crushed quartz, very cubic, where it's been run through those teeth.
So we're already pretty sure we're not going to have anything hiding in here, because I think we'd have seen it, but it doesn't mean you don't pan it through. Up. Here, this. I did not like using the Dawn dishwashing substitute in place of my Jet Dry on the last bag. So this, here we are back in the, actually I use the rinse aid, but same stuff. Put it in there, put it in the jug, add a little bit to the water bottle here so we don't dilute anything down when we're cleaning. Now we're good to go. That small gold wants to run. Spilling over into my pan. All right, now we're rolling. $250 bag. Guess the weight. I showed the weight of the $20 bag on the last video for the $35 bag. And there you go, nothing in there as we expected. So I guess we'll start knocking out this stuff here and see what we get out of this. Because we know that big nugget's in here somewhere. I didn't see it once I threw it back into the dirt. It never showed up again through the rest of the classification. So we'll have to just see where which pan it's going to end up in here. So John R. Prospecting, who I'm doing this with, I think it's a YouTube first also, two separate channels doing an independent comparison. We ordered our dirt, our orders, the exact same orders, the exact same day. They were shipped the same day, and we received them the same day, except he's 1,000 miles away from me up north, and I'm down here in the swamps. So, like I say, we were going to just do a bag-to-bag comparison and see if there was any difference from my order to his. And that's when the Miners Depot network kicked in and took over the Bayou Gold Guy channel. There's that little flake trying to escape there. Got to watch that. So first pan here, I see what we see is typical Miners Depot. Little flat, 3 little flat flakes there, and as you can see, it's a picker. I can pick it up and show it to you there, and it's got a little shape to it. So cool. We will snuffer up our first. Oh, it helps if you screw the cap on tight to get a little suction in there. Yeah. All right, much better. All right, there we go. One down and probably 25 or 30 to go with all this material that we have here. So I'm going to go through and try to collect a little bit, and I will be back. Well, all right, I went ahead and rolled out the Garrett. Needing the big boy on this batch, I could see, but I decided I caught a glimpse, so I thought we'd go ahead. This is like 2 or 3 pans that I was working down to trying to get a little bit more gold to show in the pan. As you can see there, the big boy flopped out in it, and he showed up. Didn't show up till towards the end there. So it was he was settled in the bottom like he was supposed to be, nestled in there, and with all these other little flakes. So there we have. Like I said, that's a nice little Miners Depot nugget for sure. It's rare among my bags, so I'm really happy to see that. I must say I would have liked to have seen a few more of those in this $250 bag, but You know, we take it as it comes, and we appreciate what we get. that's that's been the lesson of the month down here, is appreciate what you get and what you have. So we'll suck out the next batch there. Again, I'm finding no flour gold, fine gold at all that's made it into any of this plus kitchen strainer size stuff. But it probably is hiding. There's some hiding in this big pan of fine stuff. So we will continue on, and big boy's in the bottle. So there we go. Maybe there's one more hiding in there somewhere. All right, we're at the bottom. This is the last of our plus kitchen strainer size. And I just usually I don't do this. I take it out of each pan, but I went ahead, since there's no fine gold showing up in this, because that's usually what I worry about, is losing fine gold by compounding dirt on top of dirt instead of cleaning out the gold that's at the bottom. But since this is some heavier stuff, I went ahead and just kept taking it down, and the gold was staying in the bottom of the pan, it seemed like. So we should have a nice little pile of gold to finish up out of that classification. And we got some, you can see there, we've got some decent looking chunks showing up there for sure. You can see there's no black sand or magnetite or hematite showing up on this. But there is a lot of a lot of nice little pieces of gold there. Not sure what if these are those little, is that garnet sand when you have the little pieces like that in there? I don't know if that's garnet or not. Like I said, if it's not polished and nice and red like the ones I got from Gold Nugget Sales, then it's hard for me to recognize it as such. So and if you look right there, I mean, that piece right there looks like a piece that was caught in the crusher, because it is just flat as it can be on that side, and this side's a little rounded, but you can see where it's almost kind of folded in there. So I'm guessing, I'm no gold expert, I just play one on YouTube, but by my eye, I would guess that's whenever a piece gets caught in the crusher, when a nugget is in there, and that's what happens to it. It gets flattened out pretty good on one side, because it almost looks like a drop, like you'd pour some and get a flat side where it, was on the surface. But so, all right, well, nice little batch of gold out of that plus kitchen strainer size classification. So let's see if this will suck up in the bottle, or if I'm going to have to get it by hand. Nothing better than having to pick that gold up by hand, because it's just too big to fit in the snuffer tube. So yeah, I'm gonna have to manually retrieve some of this, and that's okay. There's another nice little flat flaky piece there that was in that classification. Like I said, it's got a little hook to it, and some neat shapes and character. And that's a nice, just a chunky little kind of triangular shaped piece. But like I said, you can see it's got some divots and little crinkles in it. And that's I bet that weighs at least a tenth, maybe 0.15. Because it was solid. So all right, this should suck up. Well, I say that, and the last one's being a bit difficult. There we go. Oh, damn it. There we go. All right. I don't want a repeat of the piece that squirted out and fell out on me. I set it down on the table and you heard it go bump, tick, tick off the off of the side of the gold stand there. So, all right. Well, that's it for that classifications. Our 2 classifications. Had to break me out a nice Corona with lime to get through this one. Oh yeah, that's tasty. All right. I think what I'm going to do is transfer all this stuff into my other pan over here, and try to keep my classification separate. So whenever I go back through all this, I'm not doing it all. I'm not doing it all as one big group or having to reclassify it again. So I'm going to clean this up, get this transferred over, and then get back onto the fine stuff. All right. Cleaned up. This is our first pan of the minus kitchen strainer, and of course it's going to have a lot more organics, a lot more dirtying up the water than the other. And this stuff, if it's like the rest of the batches I got from this, it wants to move. It flows out pretty easy, so you want to definitely keep it well stratified all the time, because it will, when it sloughs out, it will carry a little bit of that fine gold with it pretty easily. And again, it's kind of cool whenever you're doing bags like this that, like I said, Miners Depot breaks the rule. You're not supposed to buy pay dirts that do not offer a guaranteed amount of gold in them. And most of the time, you're not going to come out with a very high ROI if you go that route. Miners Depot is the exception to that rule, and it kind of adds. I think I said before, it kind of gives you more of a genuine mining pay dirt experience when you don't know what amount you're looking for. You're just getting gold out and then waiting to see what you found. So it kind of adds that extra little element of suspense that makes it fun when you're getting a gram and you just wonder, is it going to be a gram .10 or gram .20, or exactly what. But like I said, with this, you don't know what you're going to end up with. I have no idea the amount that's going to come out of here. So like I said, it adds that little bit of suspense and kind of makes it a different level of discovery. So I like that too. So as I was saying before, I might have left off. I don't remember. Sometimes I find gold and I get distracted. But John R. Prospecting on his channel is about to be releasing his $35 bag. He better be releasing his $35 bag. He's supposed to try to get it done here, and he'll get that out, and then I'll be waiting for him to get his 250 done before I've posted this one, because we're going to try to post those at least a little closer together on the giveaway, because he's doing a giveaway on his as well. So that will be depending on when this will be released. I needed to get it done though, because we're about to have 3 or 4 days or more of some pretty heavy rains coming through, and I wanted to get to this. I wanted to see what we had here, so I'm gonna have it in the box, in the can, ready to post on YouTube as soon as he's gets his 35 done and gets his 250 done, and we'll go from there. But it's basically, the rules are simple. I've gone over them a few times. You got to be subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button right now. And while you're down there, give us a thumbs up if you would, because that really helps the channel algorithm. From what I've heard, I don't know. I know that my channel is up to 8,300, I think, impressions a month, which means that shows up in that little in that little box on the video choices or on the scrolling screen. So that's gone dramatically up, and I think because I put out so many videos, they're feeding the algorithm. So that's kind of cool. And it shows it converts to what views convert to. I think it gets like 10% of the views or something like that. But my Miners Depot videos on my channel have over 500 views on the videos that I've done so far on them. So it is definitely, they're the most videos that I have of one company, but they're also together definitely my most watched number of videos. So you can see there we got a little black sand. We got some fine gold showing up in there. Some pretty fine gold there in the bottom. So that was not much. That was just a bit off the top of that of our, yeah, see I'm trailing it down here. So all right, well, I'm going to get this situated, because this is different than this is a little different than what that last bag was. It's gonna have a little bit of a fine gold challenge to get out of there. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and sucked out. But like I said, there you have our first pan of the Minus Kitchen strainer, and it's looking good. Be back. All right, man, this is like the I guess the fourth pan that I've done since the first one I showed you how it turned out of this fine stuff. I've had to set up my additional lighting because darkness has overtaken me, and the mosquitoes are swarming. It's taken like no time to get it down to this stage, but it's taken me 20 and 30 minutes a pan to get it. I'm thinking these are garnet sands that I've got now, because you can see all those little tiny chunks there, and they do show up a little bit red and kind of gem-like whenever you hit them with the light the right way. And their weight, though, from the way those garnets moved, that gold nugget garnet bag that I did, I believe, because these little, black fractured specks, let me zoom out there, really hang up there with the gold. You got to kind of do it just like that, like you would do black sand, to get those little, I'm pretty sure those are chunks of garnet chunks. Like I said, I've heard them talk about garnet sands, but I've never recognized any from what I've done. But from what I'm seeing in this, I'm guessing that these are the aforementioned garnet sands. But I'm unless I can go find my off somewhere, I've never had a bag that I did not do in one sitting, even if it took 4 or 5 hours. I've already been standing out over this for about 3.5 hours, and I'm starting to feel it in my back. I've had a hard couple of days. So, and like I said, my camera set up is where I'm standing behind the damn thing, so I'm always kind of hunched over it from behind, so it's not really a very comfortable position to be. But yeah, on this, every time you swirl it around like that, you can see it exposes another few little glistening. But like right now, doing that, I'm getting chewed up. Son of a bitch. So I'm gonna dump this in there. Definitely will be a slow go-to going through these tailings, because there's so much of this, and like I said, I still got so much left. So I'm gonna see if I can get if I can find my off, and I'll try to proceed. Well, all right, I'm back at it. Found the cutter mosquito spray, doused it down good. Had a little supper. Feel a little better. I'd been working right up until I started doing this, then standing here for 3.5 hours was kind of starting to get to me, and the joy was fading between that and the mosquitoes. So yeah, a good long safety meeting. We moved into the martini hour, sprayed for the mosquitoes, and now we are back out here it's about 9:30, I guess, Central Time. on a quiet night. There's hardly even any bugs chirping even. Very, very, very quiet, still night. A little cool, just heavy with I came out here and everything's just coated with a layer of water from the humidity condensating on it when it got cool. But I was sitting there thinking I've just watched JP Lawns and More and M&M Prospecting, AU guys, Brewers. They a bunch of guys. They went out there to the Alabama Gold Camp and did videos of the weekend there. I think it was from Labor Day. Really good series of working the creek and out there panning on at the Gold Camp. And but they've got two different versions of videos show Benzo from Benzo Gold out there in the dark, standing in the middle of the flowing stream, sluicing in the pitch black and by himself. So I was thinking, well, damn it, if Benzo can get out there in the stream, sluicing at night, I think I can come out here and work through some Miners Depot pans with a few mosquitoes and my rigged lights. So there's a nice little another nice little gold chunk there. Now that we're out of the light, I move it up to the camera and it disappears, but we'll get a good look at it on the inside. Yeah, my zoom works really good on this camera. So, but yeah, that's a nice piece of Miners Depot gold. You heard it tick. That's one of the other things I've noticed on my videos. I mean, before, when you start doing this, and every time you find that piece of gold, you listen, hear that tick, and when you're going through it and doing it, these pans for videos, you kind of forget the simple joys of listen to that. that's just cool. So yeah, but like I said, this is about 3 or 4 editions where I just keep adding dirt to it to the start, the pan that I had, and then work it down. So that's why there's a pretty good amount in this one for what we had in there. But you can see that's like I said, this is different. It's got a lot more fine, smaller gold, and a lot harder to get cleaned out than the last 2 Alaskan bags that I did off of this order for the 20 and that 35. So I'm just gonna keep working it down. Out here doing some night panning. I got expelled from AU University for night panning. That's it. Just out panning at night with the dean's 17-year-old daughter. a little plagiarism there from Caddyshack. Thank you, Chevy. Night putting with the dean's daughter. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna suck this up and go through it, and then I still got a pretty good amount in this pan to go through. So it's gonna be a 2 martini job, it looks like, and Corona. Yeah, there we go. So all right, back soon. Well, we're back to the end of the next to the last. This is probably about 3 pans worth. Going into the bottom of this one here. And I have to say, I kind of like the whole night panning thing out here in the cool and quiet, and no city sounds or neighbors or dogs barking or I just don't have electricity run out here. I have to run a cord underneath the door, which that's what I've been doing for the last month for power to the house. So that's kind of why I was rigged up to be able to. I already knew it fits easily underneath the door sill. So to get my lights set up out here, I'm using it on the jug That's actually one of my work lights. And I got the 18 volt over here on the other side, the Ryobi. And I'm not in the sun anyway when I do this. Over here in this corner, it's daylight shade, but I know winter is coming, and it will be getting dark early, and most of the time we have pretty pleasant winters for the most part, so it would be a good setup to do some winter night panning before. I'm sure I will be before it's over, and maybe get a couple of lights set up out here that I can I don't know, maybe even one of those rigs. It's the LEDs, like for the go under carports and stuff. I've installed quite a few of them. They last pretty well, and they're waterproof and whatnot. But it's another nice band of some gold, and I keep going back through these and finding more fine flower gold every time. So like I said, this is a very, very different material than what I had before. So I guess y'all are keeping an eye out on this gold coming out of here, because this is the video you will be making your guesses on in the comment section at the end, when you've seen the way final all 3 bags combined. I mean, at one time. And if you're watching the live stream chat right now, this is not the time to comment. Wait until the video is over and the stream's over, because I don't have any way to recover what's entered on the live chat. Once it's over, it's lost. So you get 1 guess per person. You have to be subscribed, like I said, and it has to be, it's measured out to the thousandths, so it'll be your gram 0.000. So you should have 4 digits, or maybe 5. Does it look like we're going to break 10 grams on this? I'll give you a hint. We're not. So yeah, it'll be 4 digits. It ought to be at least 4 or 5 grams minimum on this, plus the 0.000 added on. Cheers to you. Happy martini time. And so yeah, it'll be I've spoken to a couple of different people, friends on YouTube that do giveaways and have done giveaways. This is my first one, so I'm bumbling through it like everything else I do the first time. And but they were saying that I should probably give it more enough time to try to attract some new subscribers. And actually, what I'm trying to do is get the 80% of the viewers that I have are not subscribed. And although part of that is from my Bayou Gold Guy versus Hurricane Ida videos, which my first one of those, video number 1, is about to break 500 views. I've got one other gold video that's like the Yukon, that's at 160 views, and that's 50 more than any of my other videos for gold. But that those 500 views on that day 1 of the Hurricane Ida, where it shows the whole day going through the disaster, has picked up a ton of views just because it's Hurricane Ida and not many subscribers. But just my regular viewer subscribers to the gold videos before the hurricane only was over 60% were not subscribed. So that was my goal on this, was not to attract new people just to get subscribers, but to encourage the people that do watch that haven't hit that subscribe button. But here we at the bottom of the last of this. My buddy Jim and Jeff had left a message saying whenever he saw the last short that, oh man, I was hoping this was going to be one of your long videos. He was disappointed. It was only 8 minutes. And I told him, well, this next bag will probably make up for it because it's a big bag. And I'm pretty sure between that and the giveaway part of this, I'll be dragging it out. So, Jim and Jeff, this one's for you, buddy. It's, as people are skipping through as we speak. But need some details on seeing this Miners Depot gold. That's what the Miners Depot network's all about. And I should say, I don't say it enough on these videos, I am not affiliated with Miners Depot in any way. They're not even aware that I'm doing this. I haven't even, I need to send them a copy, at least of the first one, to show them that I'm doing it. And I usually send them to their Gmail or something. I've sent them a couple of vids. I don't send them one every time, but I don't get a response for that. I mean, they used to respond every time I'd send them an email for anything. The last couple of times when I ordered this bag, I'd try to get a hold of them, and I never heard back from them. So I don't know if they're just busy, but they were a lot more attentive to me before I started ordering hundreds of dollars of gold from them. But I don't know. But no, so yeah, so I don't get any special treatment or any these are not preferred clientele. This is all what actually I've most of the videos I see of people doing Miners Depot gold, they all end up getting more gold than I do, and I get great ROIs from it. But I mean, I know, like I said, Janet, Ted's, Bill's Trash and Treasure got, what was it? I think, I can't remember if it was, 0.8 of a gram or a full gram on her $35 bag. And I can tell you right now, even though I haven't shown you the weight yet, that I did not. I did not get that on my 3-bag, multi-bag, we add extra gold to your order for that $32 shipping bag I did. So I'm expecting this $200 bag to make up for some of that postage that I have not yet seen in the other 2 bags. And I already showed you the weight on that first $20 bag that I did, and it's less than the weight of the bag I did, the first $20 bag I got from them when they first went to Alaska in April or in May. So, like I said, it remains to be seen. So yeah, I mean, it's like I do, I do them just because I like the gold, and I like the whole not having an exact weight to look for, but knowing that you're going to have good gold in it. And like I said, I'm always just happy seeing any gold. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I see a lot of a majority of videos actually get better gold out of their bags than I do. And but I'm still a big fan, and like I said, my ROIs are great too, and over 100% a lot of the times. So that's that being said, we are now at the end of the $250 bag, and this bottle is heavy. Very heavy. So the most gold I've ever gotten from any bag at one time was those the 3 gram bags from Gold Nugget Sales and Gold Bay. I've never gotten a bag with heavier gold than 3 grams in it, and the heaviest I got was the 3.15 grams I got from Mike at Gold Nugget Sales for that crystalline 22 karat gold. But that is a nice looking pan of metal right there, my friends, no doubt. And like I said, there is some super fine stuff in there. along with your typical Miners Depot flat pieces, and then of course that nice little nugget there. And then that other, I still don't see how that piece snuck through the kitchen strainer size when it came in, when it showed up there in that classification. But all right, man. Well, so what would you guess that weighs? Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Well, we'll be able to tell a lot better when we get it inside and zoom in on it and look at it on the scale. Well, all right. Here's we have us a pan full of dried Miners Depot gold here, and as you can see, that is a pretty nice pan full of gold off that $250 bag, and it goes pretty damn small. I found there's a couple little looking wiry pieces, but there was a considerable amount of super fine gold in that stuff. I went through my tailings and I found 0.08 that I'd missed. So I went back through it one more time after that and found two tiny, like little weightless specks. So I was good on the clean out, and that was over a couple of days to go back through 9.5 pounds of dirt again. And like I said, the first time at least I was finding gold. The second time I was finding nothing. It was getting a little old because I'd seen it all a lot before. But like I said, you got to do it to make sure you're accurate on what you get out of these. But some neat pieces. There's that big chunk. I think I said I was guessing it might be about 4.5. I mean 0.4. 0.45 grams, but you can see it's got holes. I can't find it to line it up in the. There we go. It's got holes that go all the way through it. And we'll put it on the scale and see what it actually weighs. But it is definitely a neat piece of gold. And then we had our piece there next to it. That's it was flat on one side where it's totally flattened out, like it got caught in the jaws. And when you flip it over, if I can flip it over, man, I don't see how people use these tweezers on this stuff so accurately. But yeah, you can see it's rounded on that side where it was it's just and then there's that nice chunky piece. It's got some still has some ore in it, a bit of ore in it, you can see. And then we had this piece here that was very shiny and smooth, little triangle, which was a neat piece, and it's got a little bit of stuff on it. And where was that other little hook? Oh, and there's that other piece there that had the little hook on it. So same thing. It's got it. You can see through it where the little hole. I can pick it up here, where you can see. Like I said, you can see through it as well. It's some neat little pieces of gold in the Miners Depot bag here. And like I said, that's the biggest nugget I've ever gotten out of any of my bags from Miners Depot. So, and then on top of that, like I said, you can just see all this fine gold throughout it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this is looking. So I guess it's time for us to get on to the real show here and see what we have, because this is the time now, my friends, where the guessing is going to begin. And that fine stuff is really carries the static charge on it. Usually gold does not have a static cling like this fine stuff does in here. So let's get it out of the pan and onto the paper where it does not. That's why I like the paper. Anything that's plastic or metal, it tends to hold that gold where you got to use these little brushes. Opposed to paper, it never clings to that on anything that I've had. So there we go. Let's kick on the new scale here. Get it lined up. Well, there's still some little flakes of dust in there. Alright. Alright, so let's put our little 20-gram weight on there and make sure it is sealed out right. I'm sealed out right. And let's start by, let's see what that piece weighs on for our first nugget from Miners Day. Oh, okay, well, I'm like I said, I'm never accurate on my guesses, but that little nugget was 0.855, so over 3/4 of a gram, pushing a gram on that little nugget there. So that's pretty cool. So let's see what that other one is. I might have, these all might be a little bigger than I sure thought. There's that little shiny triangle piece. It's over 1/4 gram, almost 3/10, 0.284. That's good for that little shiny triangle. Let's try our little rounded, a little crushed piece here, or flattened piece. Get it out without spreading any gold around. See what it weighs. 0.364. So all these, they're small, but they've got some weight to them. That is pretty cool. Well, I wonder what this one weighs then. This other chunk that was a nice little piece. Again, over 2/10, 0.221 for that little chunky piece. So yeah, some really nice little solid chunks. Let's see what the little hook weighed here. It's flat. It shouldn't weigh that much. 0.144. So that's over 1/10 of a gram on our little piece there. So let's put the scale on. We'll use the dish because this is just too big for the paper, I think, to be messing with the paper on this. And tear it out. We'll make sure that it still weighs what it's supposed to. No. See where it's off by that cup. What is that? 6/1000ths. I mean, which is really not. Let's start it over and try it here. Put our piece on there. Tear it out. It's my boy underneath me there. Alright, it's zeroed out. Why is it staying? So it seems to be staying at that 6/1000ths off. I don't understand why it's doing that. Let's try it with the bigger dish. Now that's weird. That's weighing it exactly right. Maybe it has something to do with the bigger dish spreading it out evenly. So all right, well that's our accurate tear on it. So let's see what this $250 bag weighs out for us here. Yeah. Alright, that is a respectable looking little amount there. Let's see if it's gonna settle out there. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't put the lid down on this. I don't think it'll close with this big. Nope. Seems to be a pretty sensitive scale. It seems to be that 4.639 Okay, looks like it's moving between 7 and 9, so 4.639 we're going to call it. Because that seems to be where we're wanting to hold. So there's your 4.639 on the $250 bag. Let's put it over here in the big cup. Put our weight back on there. We are zeroed out. Let's get another weight on our, this is our $20 bag, which we did before. On the little scale, which was at 0.35 on my scale without the extra zero, without the extra digit included. So we went down from 6 to 4. Looks like that's going to be where we're going to settle it. 0.354 on the $20 bag. So there you got the two. You've got the two weights. So let's go ahead and combine them both, because this is the all going in for the same weight. So we'll put them together here, and you can get an accurate first two bag total. And pay attention, because this is the video that you guess on. One guess per person. If you do multiple guesses, you will get the first guess that you come up with will be your guess. So that looks like we are dead on 5 grams. What was it, 5 grams before I touched it? Oh, come on. Go back up to 5. That's what these. Why did. Now, see there, is it moving around? It makes something to do with 5.0.1. Why am I? It shouldn't be jumping. So it looks like we're going with 4.995 for the combination of the two. So there you have it, 4.995 on the first 2 bags. And all that leaves turn the scale off, because this is what you're guessing on right here. What was in that $35 bag. And you can see it made a pretty nice little pile of gold there. So add that to whatever you think, off of that one to 4.995, and start putting your guesses in the comment section, not in the comments for the live feed. If this is on a live feed chat, wait until it's over and then put your guesses in the regular comment section. And I'm going to be letting these run for about 5 days from the time I post this, which this is on today's Monday. I should be getting this out either tonight or Tuesday, which means it'll run through the weekend. If nobody guesses it, if somebody hits as soon as somebody hits the winner, hits the exact number, then I will leave it in the comments, and then the second and third place will be awarded at that time, and I'll let you know that the guessing is over, and then I'll do the video on the reveal and our overall total. So I'm about to, once I kill this video, I'm going to combine this $35 bag with that. I'll record it, so we'll have it. I'll add it to clip into my next the final video to see whenever it was actually you know, how we got our total weight that you're guessing on. But so that's gonna be it. Like I said, one guess per person. Good luck. And I don't know. Like that's giving you a pretty good clue on the first two bags. So all you got to do is just guess what that amount is there on that $35 bag. Easier said than done. And like I said, if nobody's guessed it by the end of 5 days from the time I post this, then I will it'll be over, and I'll pick whoever's gotten the closest guess to it, and we will except then we'll pick the other place winners beyond that. So good luck to you, my friends, and thank you for participating in my 50th subscriber giveaway and Miners Depot Network extravaganza. Like I said, the prize is going to be a ½ gram of Miners Depot gold in some Miners Depot dirt with some little extra stuff added. We're going to have throw in some Gator Eyes, which are the garnets, so every bag will get some garnets in it. Maybe a little extra stuff. Third place winners will get a vial of some of those garnets that are really cool. And yeah, and the dirt I'll probably and if you want if you want it beefed up some, I can make it harder with more black sand, more magnetite in it, and like I said, we'll just deal with that. If you don't want a pan gold, I'll work out a way where you can get just a vial of the gold by weight, but a ¼ gram for second place, and then like I said, a third place is the vial of garnets. So I thank you again, and good luck to all. And this will end the takeover of the Miners Depot channel on the Bayou Gold Guy channel. We will be, like I said, posting the winner as soon as it comes up. So once again, good luck to you, my friends, and thank you for watching and participating in all the comments. I've actually subscribers up to like 76 now. So may be at 100 before this is over. We'll see, because I'll be doing a 100 subscriber giveaway once I hit that, and then I just wasn't expect it to get this high from when I was at 50 a couple of weeks ago. So that's I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the support from everybody in the channels. Ron F has been a real big supporter. JP's Lawns, AU guys. There's a number of channels. My buddy Jem and Jeff on the chats, and he's been sharing my channel. So like I said, there's a number of people I just want to say thank you to, and like I said, good luck. Let's win. Let's give some gold away here. And I will be doing a separate ROI for each bag, what it came out to whenever I added up on the final video, and we get the total of what our take was on this because it was all one order. Like I said, $32 postage. So we'll see how much we got back per bag, how much they beefed it up for the extra gold added to make up for postage thing that they've got on their website, and just see how they treated us with this. So. That's it. For the last time, thank you again, and good luck. And I was so busy worrying about adding this stuff up, I forgot the most important finishing part of this is my partner in crime, John R. Prospecting, is going to have his $250 video coming out as well very shortly, and I want to thank him so much for doing this with me, and he's doing his giveaway as well, just like I am, on Guess the Weight, one guess per person, coming up on his videos as well. So he's been a great friend since I started my channel, and has become a good friend off the channel, and he does some great stuff on his on his John R. Prospecting channel. So make sure that you are subscribed and watching his videos as well. And I want to thank him so much for, like I said, doing this with me. And it was a lot of fun. And we'll wrap this up now one more time. I started doing the edit. I'm going, well, hell, I didn't mention John. And it's... I meant to say something at the very beginning of this, and I was so focused on that stupid scale jumping around, it threw me off. So, yes, special thanks to John R. Prospecting, and like I said, go to his channel, guess on his video too. Yeah, you might get lucky and double up on this gold. So, till the next time, peace out, my friends. We now return control of your set to you, ending this takeover of the Miners Depot network.